love to clear a cupboard. I've been in my major throwout era. As you saw in my clearing cupboard closet clean out. Jesus. What do I pass this to? Oh, I just pass it to my boyfriend. Oh wait, it's ugly as shit. I'm throwing it out. Gross. This envelope, I was like, oh, maybe I'll need like an envelope just in case. One life, one shot. Make it count. I talk about like high school and primary school, like, oh, I had a terrible time. But there were these two beautiful friends, Tianka and April, if you ever see this. They were such shining lights. Like, even when I was like obnoxious and horrible, I look back and I'm like, I'm so grateful they were my friend, because I was terrible to put up with sometimes. But my friend April made me this for my 18th birthday. I don't want something expensive or like fancy. I want you to spend your night printing out pictures of us together, cutting them out and making a little poster. Like, that's love to me. This is a whole thing of Unisa envelopes. Oh, what's... Oh! We'll see when we get there. A bunch of Indian clothes. Even more envelopes. What the hell is this? Oh my god! Okay, I'll show you what I get down. Oh look. And then me with Santa. I love to destroy my room. Ugh. Bless her soul, my friend Isha came to my house one of the days, and like I said, my house is not a safe space. It's like, if you come over like as a friend, you have to be able to deal with the awkward dynamic. Like, you need to know the lore. My room, completely different vibe to the rest of the house, personality wise even. There's no pictures of me or our family like on the wall. Like, we have no graduation pictures of my parents, no pictures except for this one. And bless her soul, Isha comes over and she's like, oh, I love your house has like no pictures, because she gets embarrassed that there's so many pictures of herself around the house. And it's like not mean what she's saying, but it's so interesting, because it's like, that's crazy. When I obviously have a home and a family, I'm gonna fill my house with so many pictures. And essentially this house is like, if I packed my shit and left, like, you wouldn't know that I was a daughter to this family. Sad as hell. But it was so funny. She was like, oh, I love that your family doesn't have any photos of you when you were a kid. And I'm like, yeah, because they hate me. They don't like the reminder. Me being here is a reminder enough. They like to pretend it's not true. Anyways, that was supposed to be funny. It's actually really depressing. But this is from my 21st birthday. It was really depressing. It was almost the typical Indian like birthday. We did like the little tiara, the sash, the toasts. I hated every minute of it. I had no friends. I don't like to think about it, because it's just a reminder of my life being shit. But okay, be right back. I think this is my highest certificate. I've been looking for it for years. I genuinely thought I lost it. Yo, it's not here. It's gone. Yeah, I knew it. I framed it. Wait, is it here? Yay! I'm on my second degree and it is a highest certificate. Whole decor went through so many phases. Obviously, I'm a girl, and we have a black and white printer, so I think I just printed a bunch of like black and white Tumblr-ass pictures. This is my Mosie's. She wore decades ago, and it looks really good. It's got like oh, my mom's calling me. Guess my favorite color. Just guess. It's really difficult. I'm torn because this is my ugly side, but that is what the lighting is. So it's like ugly me or bad lighting. It's a tough one. I'm doing my makeup in my lounge. And I just had lunch. I had those bulldog noodles. I don't get the hype. It's spicy, but like when you taste it, there's no spice, and then it's like a catch in your throat, and then the flavor isn't really flavoring, so it doesn't taste good. So where do we go from here? I did a story time on TikTok sort of where I said, you know, I threw up in a Woolworths bag, and the full story is, this is the second weekend in a row that we went out, and I don't know if you know this, but I don't go out a lot. I go out once every 6 months with my friend who's an accounting student, so that's also when I get to see her, and we're gonna get super drunk, and it's really fun. It's a good girly time, but then like we need 6 months to recover. And the next weekend we said we'll go to Tiger's Milk to have like a little girly dinner. And I also don't socialize, like I don't go out unless like every 6 months, and that gives me like those 6 months leading up to save up for that, but that's not my normal lifestyle. So yeah, I was like, before we go back to uni and I don't see you, let's go for a dinner, because we never go for a dinner because we can't afford to go for a dinner. We did like cocktails and dessert one time at like a fancy restaurant. So we went to Tiger's Milk, and my brother's been hyping up Tiger's Milk, and I grew up in Cape Town, which is around a lot of white people, and they love Tiger's Milk. I didn't even know what it was. They would be like, "Are you going to Tiger's?" We went to Tiger's. Like, it's just a very, I hear everyone talk about that place. And like I said, even like as a kid, we couldn't afford to eat out. Like, it was always cheaper to just boil a couple of potatoes, some peas, and some water and some same old spices, and it'll feed all 4 of us for 2 meals. And that was so much cheaper, and like we were satisfied because it was like spicy and good and it's potatoes. But if you go out, you order the drinks, you order a meal, and then the meal is like only good enough for 1 meal for my parents. For me, I could obviously like take home because I'm so skinny and tiny. So like it was just a waste of money. New one opened up here, and this is very like Pietermaritzburg is very small town. Like we got a Krispy Kreme a couple years ago. It was insane. The lines were crazy. It's me, my friend Isha, my brother, and his friend. Me being the anxious girl that I am, I'm gonna check the menu beforehand. We're not going there to look at the menu. When I'm scrolling through the menu, I'm pretending. I'm like, what's good here? I've already planned it. I've already practiced ordering it as well. I want to get tacos. And because it's like, it's nice, it's flavorful. I don't like pizza. I don't like their pizza. I don't like a thin crust. Ooh, why did I pick up that color? This is like white as hell. Ooh, it's Mexican people are known for spices. I'm excited. And my friend Isha likes a pizza, so she gets a pizza with like avocado. So by the time it's here, we're hungry. I'm devouring. I'm a little bit drugged, so I'm just like just like embarrassing myself. It's not messy and gross, but I'm not like fork and knifing it. Isha was fork and knifing that pizza. You know, we all have our flaws. In the taco, it is guac, veggies, and the shell. Tell me why that shit tastes like nothing. Okay, let's get into it. This woman is a spiritual woman that my dad is really into. He tried to get us into it. It didn't work, but he worships her. So there's a lot of framed photos of this random ass, she is Chinese, that's not racist, Chinese woman all around the house. She is like she's super well known. Like she's a very huge, like well-known person. But like I said in the previous video, there's 1 picture of me as a child. There's 3 framed gigantic pictures of this woman. And these are all my dad's choice. Like this is what he chose. The tacos were like this big. Like I thought they were gonna, usually like I said, when I order food, it would last me like 2 meals. Girly, that lasted like a half a meal. Let's talk about it. And it was so expensive. It was 120 rand, and they couldn't add salt. They couldn't add salt. And I was complaining to my brother. He's like, oh yeah, they should have put like Tabasco on the table and stuff. I was like, why am I adding spices? Why am I adding flavor to the meal? Yes, the pizza, it had avo things. All of those things taste like nothing. Avo tastes like nothing unless you add the spice. Unless you add salt, pepper, lemon juice, paprika. I'm gonna add some chili spice, you know, up to everyone on their own. There was just slices of avo, tastes like nothing. Cheese, tastes like nothing. The bread, the dough, tastes like nothing. There was no like tomato paste, or it was very, very thin that you couldn't see it. That tastes like nothing. The bill comes 700 rand. It doesn't have to be super spicy and burn your tongue, but girl, it's gotta be salt, pepper. I guess those are all things where people find spicy. It tasted exactly like the ingredients. We decided to take shots because I think is like, if I'm gonna drink, I'm gonna go 0 to 100. So we take tequila shots. I order a drink because I can't mix drinks. I order a margarita because that has tequila in it. I wanted to get a Cosmo. Like I want to have like a signature drink, and Cosmo is so like 2000s, like 2010s drink. Like I watch it in all the movies. It's always like, can I get a Cosmo? You know, it's so Sex in the City. We think, oh my gosh, stop. Isha finds out that she has a 30% off on Varsity Vibe. So we were already planning on going. We had saved up, but we were like, oh, it's 30% off. Slay, we're gonna eat a little good. That's why I got shots and a cocktail and like something to eat. We have our fun girly time. My thing is, every time I drink, I want to dance. Like I loved just white girl dance. Like, it was winding up. It was 10 o'clock. Like people were going home. I was like, this cannot be the end of the night. Also, like, we're out already. So then my brother makes a joke. He's like, let's go to Rotunda because that's close to where the restaurant is. And then I'm like, yes, like, let's go. Like, especially when I'm drunk, I'm so game for like anything. Like, let's just do it. When I'm sober, I'm like, I need to be back by this time. I need to do my self-care. I need my alone time. I need my TikTok scrolling time. Like, we do like a poll, like, who wants to go? I raise my hand, my brother raises his hand. Isha doesn't, and my brother's friend doesn't raise his hand. They're also like, we're okay to go. So I'm like, okay, so we're going. Because also, I'm like, I'm so determined. I'm like, I don't care if you don't want to go. We're going dancing. The bill comes. We're ready with that 30% off. Oh my gosh, okay. Tell us how we get the bill, okay? 700 rand. No, that's not even the point. Okay, she didn't hear us say the 30% off thing, but she's like, oh, I need to talk to a manager about it because they didn't know. And he's like, oh, that's usually for like chain Tiger's Milk. We're independent Tiger's Milk. And I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? I would be like, okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's okay. I'm so sorry actually for inconveniencing you with my with assuming that you were a Tiger's Milk and not a Tiger's Milk. But then my brother's like, no, you have to tell us that beforehand. Like, it needs to say. And then he reads the terms and conditions, and we stayed later than me and Isha did not read the terms and conditions. And it says from a certain time to a certain time, and we were not. We were there after 7, so we still didn't get the discount. And it was fine. We sorted it out. I felt so bad, but then I was like, no, there was actually nothing wrong. Like, I didn't do anything wrong. You know, I didn't steal from them. It's fine. Like, we're feeling the hit, obviously. So we start finishing the pizza. There was like 2 slices left. We're stuffing it down. All the drinks were like kind of half finished. There were like some ice melted. We're chugging that down. My brother's like, we need to start like stealing stuff from here. And I'm like, yeah, let's grab the napkins. Like, let's empty the sauces into our purses. Like, you know, we're going to get our money's worth because we didn't get that from the food.